Sqwurl, dude, give me a fashion show real quick. The tail.
What is going on?
Dude, I love it, man. I love this, like, the whole vibe you got going on, dude. Yeah, tell me, like, what's the genesis of Sqwurl and, like, the Sqwurl costume?
So I actually got the Sqwurl costume for one show on Halloween, and I got it at Spirit Halloween. It was like $100, and I was like, yo, I should be a squirrel for Halloween because, you know, Sqwurl's the name. And so I played that show, played a few more shows after that without the suit, and then went to Yeti Land, which is in, like, Jackson, California, like in those mountains. And everybody loved it because I brought it back out for that show. And I was like, you know, maybe I should just keep doing this. And then, I don't know, I just kept wearing it every single show after that. And then it just continued, and it became a whole thing.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. I love it, man. I think it's super cool, and, like, you know, it's just such, like, I feel like you're leading the party. Like, if I see someone DJing in a Sqwurl costume, I'm like, yes, I am so down.
Definitely a lot of fun.
I am. Look at that. And dude, like, I'm just such a big fan of your music, man. I think that the stuff that you make is, like, really awesome. I'm super hyped on this new release, and dude, so is this cat. This is my friend's cat. Man. He's hyped too. Tell me about this release that you got going on.
This is Pretty Flowers with Beautiful Existence. All my music is inspired loosely off of a Dungeons and Dragons, like, storyline. So I try to put a background story to every single song, and it's all in a linear, full saga that's going on. So when Beautiful Existence and me were like, yo, let's do this collab, I was like, all right, so how are we going to tie you into the story? Because I always tie my collabs into the story. And so Beautiful Existence, I thought Pretty Flowers, so that's the name we came up with. And the story behind it is, he is like an astral projecting, like, samurai, and you know, I'm obviously the Sqwurl bard, and we're playing in a field, and when our notes come in harmony, a portal opens up into the future, and we get a little glimpse of what's next. There'll be more details on that when it comes out, but yeah, it's just a super fun bassy track, and I'm really excited for it to come out because it's been doing really well at all my live sets, and we've been having a lot of fun with that.
Dude, hell yeah. I love that everything is inspired by like D&D, dude. That's super cool. Do you play
right
a lot
now
of D&D?
I'm actually playing every Monday with the people who own Interstellar Rabbit Hole Collective on the East Coast. Shout out them.
Yeah, I totally feel that. Yeah, like I in high school, I didn't have anybody to play with, but I was like into it, and I had like the monster manual and the player's handbook and the dungeon master's guide, but like none of my friends, all my friends would be like, no, I don't want to.
Hardest part of D&D is getting people together to actually play. It's extremely tough.
Oh, completely. You know what I found, like, as an adult, I know way more people who are like into playing. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely a super fun game. And actually in the D&D campaign I'm playing, I'm a Kirkpa, which is a squirrel race, which I didn't know existed. It's in the Beyond section of D&D. But so I'm literally a little squirrel bard in that too. And that's the first time I've played that kind of character.
Cool. And dude, tell me, you got any shows
right
lined
now?
up?
We have a show in Arcata. There's no exact date yet, but this time is usually like the slow time for me. I usually play like 2 to 4 shows a month, but I just played at Rojo's last weekend. 2 weekends before that, I played in Reno. A few weekends before that, I played in Sacramento with A Sword in the Stone. He's a really good artist too. And yeah, so we're just waiting on summer to start rolling around with all the bookings, because usually around March, April, we start getting pretty busy with getting everything lined up. But it's actually good right now because I can get a lot of music done. And then once the shows start picking back up, we're going to be ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah, just in time for festival season. Dude. And you got any more releases coming up on the horizon after
so
this next one?
I have at least one song a month being released. I've got this one called Oakenthorn. I think I'm going to release that one in April after Beautiful Existence, and it's like a really like lo-fi weird adventure. Like there's one section of it that I don't even have any kick drums. It's just like percussion and like weird vocals. And it came out really cool. So I'm excited for that. I also just released my new side story project called Dungeons, and it's going to be released all under the Sqwurl moniker, but it's going to be called Dungeons, and it's instead of the main storyline, it's going to be when Sqwurl goes into like the actual dungeons, the levels of dungeons, like in a traditional D&D game, and just level up. So it'll be a lot of flips, remixes, and it'll have some story journey type music into it just to lead into what Dungeons is, but mostly going to be like, non-main storyline.
Dude, hell yeah, man. I'm super stoked for that.
It'll be
awesome.
The more traditional dance music, like build, drop, breakdown, easier to DJ stuff. Because I feel like a lot of my music is, it's unique in its own way, but sometimes it can be hard to DJ. So that's what the Dungeons project is going to be focused around: easier DJing, remixes, flips, and like hard hitting bass music.
Dude, yeah, and I feel you on that too, man. I like the more that I have been getting into DJing, like the less I want to play my songs, because I'm like, I didn't really think this one through.
Gotta be like, is it DJable? That's a whole. There's so many factors within making music, but I think as long as you're having fun and you're just doing what feels right to you, then the sky's the limit.
That's exactly how I feel, man. I think it's like the beauty of just being able to create art in this way,
release, you know?
And hell yeah, dude. And where can everybody find you? Where can everybody find Beautiful
it'll be
Existence?
out on all platforms: Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, of course. And it'll be on my SoundCloud, and then it'll be under the Sqwurl and Beautiful Existence both pages, everywhere that any streaming music is possible. So yeah, and you can check my Instagram, _SQWURL, _Sqwurl, and that you can always find like all the up-to-date stuff on there. I always keep my links super updated and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Brandon, it was awesome kicking it with you, and I'm so looking forward to the track dropping. Everybody that's watching this, go listen to this. Go listen to this motherfucking track.
Heck yeah. It was awesome to be here again, and I